So moving right along, it's my pleasure to introduce one of our state leaders who have reached across the aisles to lead the work at the state capitol to transition our state towards clean energy while creating well-paid local jobs. Please join me in welcoming Minnesota's House Representative Zack Stephenson.
You say you want a revolution, well, you know.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Joel, and thank you, LIUNA, for having me here today. It's been such a great treat to visit this facility and see the phenomenal work that goes on here. It is no wonder that Minnesota has the most highly skilled, highly productive workers in the country when we have great facilities and great organizations like LIUNA. But I'm here today to talk to you about the clean energy revolution that's happening in our country today and a bill that we are working on called Clean Energy First. And as I mentioned, that clean energy revolution is well underway. There's no better example than how our state's largest utility, Xcel, recently announced that they would go 100% carbon-free in their electrical generation by 2050. That is a phenomenal step forward. It's something we can be very proud of that's happening here, right here in Minnesota. And that revolution may be sparked and guided by policy, but these days it's driven by economics, not policy. The cost of renewables are low and dropping. In fact, they drop about 1% a month, or almost 20% a year. And I want you to think about if you had in your day-to-day life, things that you buy as a consumer, if there was some product that you were looking at that dropped 20% year after year, how long before that price change would change your behavior? That's what's happening in the energy sector right now and causing our utilities to make major decisions. In fact, the cost of new wind, newly constructed wind, recently dropped below the cost of existing coal plants, which would lead to the remarkable situation that if you were running a utility and I could give you a choice, I'm either going to give you a coal plant that you can operate, I'll give it to you for free, or I'm going to make you buy a bunch of new wind power. The rational economic decision would be to buy the new wind power. And that's on top of the fact that a lot of our consumers, a lot of our great companies that are located in this state are demanding, insisting upon clean, renewable energy. 3M, Best Buy, Target, Cargill, the list goes on and on. In fact, in the next decade, the state's largest energy consumer, single energy consumer, will be Google, which is going to build a data facility up in Becker. It'll be 4 times the size of the largest current energy consumer, and they are insisting on 100% renewable energy. So if this transition is already underway, why do we need legislation? Why do we need to do anything to make it happen? Well, the answer is the transition is going to happen, but how that transition happens is very much in question. It could be a bumpy ride, or it could be a smooth and speedy ride. And obviously, we want it to be smooth and speedy. And that's what Clean Energy First is all about. It's about protecting the vulnerable communities, about making sure that we have clean, reliable, and affordable electricity for everyone made by good-paying jobs. And it's not an ideological effort. It's a bipartisan effort. I was supposed to be joined today by Senator Senjum of Rochester, a Republican. I'm a Democrat. We've been working together on this bill from the beginning, and we'll continue to work together, involving stakeholders, listening. LIUNA has been a very important ally in that effort, because they know that one of the key constituencies that we need to protect as we make this transition are the people who make our power work, the people who built it and maintain it. Our existing grid was built and maintained by good union labor like LIUNA. We need to make sure that the next generation does the exact same thing. And that's why Clean Energy First is important, Bill. Thank you very much for having me speak with you today.